This time of year, water and fuel issues can be pretty significant, and when you have water in the fuel, you want a product that's going to deliver good results right away so you can be on your way. So in the previous video, we tested both the yellow bottle of heat as well as isopropyl alcohol, and neither one of those products really did too well for dealing with water and ice contamination. Can one of these products, K100, Startron, or the red bottle of heat, do any better? Now, K100 claims right on the packaging it can actually make water burn. I'd like to see that happen, so we're going to test that. Also, Startron claims it can help prevent phase separation. Man, I really hope it can, because that was the problem with the other two products we tested in the past. They did not prevent phase separation. And finally, viewers requested we test the red bottle of heat. So let's get the testing underway and see which one of these products is the best. Before we review the safety data sheet on each product, we're going to kick off the first test and we'll come back to it near the end of the video, since this test is going to take 24 hours. What we're going to do is add 1 ounce of water to each cup, then we're going to add gasoline. Now we're going to go ahead and mix up each one of these very well, place them in the freezer at 15 below 0 Fahrenheit. In a few hours, the water will turn into ice. When it turns into ice, we're going to add K100, Startron, and heat to each one of the containers respectively, and we'll see if any of them can melt the ice. This carburetor came off a Briggs & Stratton engine that was used on a water pump. Unfortunately, the ethanol-based gasoline became contaminated with water, and the results were catastrophic. Could one of the fuel additives that we're testing today prevent this sort of damage by preventing phase separation? We'll soon find out. So K100 is a gasoline fuel treatment with enhanced fuel stabilizers. It's supposed to prevent phase separation, and it stabilizes fuel for up to 2 years. It's also a complete fuel injector cleaner, and it provides superior lubrication as well as octane booster. Regarding directions for use, it only requires 1/2 ounce per gallon, or for longer term storage, 1 ounce per gallon. K100 contains between 35 and 55% ethylene glycol monobutyl ester, 20 and 30% N-butyl alcohol, along with 3 additional proprietary ingredients: 15 to 20% alkyl alcohol, 5 to 10% alkanoic acid, and 3 to 7% cyclic secondary amine. Startron is designed for all gasoline engines. It removes gum, carbon, and varnish. It helps rejuvenate stale fuel, and most importantly, it helps prevent phase separation. We're going to test this out. Regarding directions for use, it only requires 1 ounce for every 3 gallons for the initial dose, and for refills, 1 ounce for every 6 gallons. The Startron additive contains between 90 and 95% hydrotreated light petroleum distillates, along with 10% kerosene. IsoHeat promises to deliver fast starts year-round, helps prevent fuel line freeze-ups, removes water from the fuel system, helps prevent rust and corrosion. Pour entire contents into the fuel tank before or after filling with fuel. The main ingredient in IsoHeat is the isopropyl alcohol at 98.5%, along with 3 additional proprietary ingredients making up the other 1.5%. In the next 3 containers, we're going to go ahead and add 12 parts of gasoline and 4 parts of each additive to the gasoline to see how well it mixes together. It looks like each of these products mixed very well with the gasoline. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and add water to each one of them to see if phase separation takes place. So what is phase separation? Phase separation occurs when enough water contaminates the gasoline, causing the ethanol to attach itself to the water molecules, leaving 2 distinct layers: a gasoline-only layer at the top and a water-ethanol mix at the bottom. This phase separation of the gasoline-ethanol mix lowers the octane number for the gasoline and may cause the engine to actually knock. Also, the engine may not want to run at all on the water-ethanol layer. Oh no, looks like each of these products experience phase separation. I was really hoping one of these products could deliver on that promise. Container farthest to the left only contains water as well as gasoline. And as you can see at the very bottom level, that's going to be the ethanol-water mix. Above that level is the gasoline. A quick look at the K100, you can tell that the water line and the ethanol mix is a little bit higher, which indicates the K100 mixed very well with the ethanol and water. However, it did not keep phase separation from occurring. Now, this product does claim that it prevents phase separation. Unfortunately, that's not an accurate statement, at least in my testing. The container with the gasoline and the ethanol water blend, as you can see, the line is the exact same for the Startron, indicating that the Startron mixed with the gasoline but did not separate out with the water and the ethanol. Also, it did not prevent phase separation. In the IsoHeat container, the isopropyl alcohol, water, and ethanol have all mixed together and separated out from the gasoline. So what I'm going to do now is mix each one of these up really well, and then what we'll do is place these in the freezer to see if it prevents ice from forming. So each of these containers were pre-mixed with the different additives to determine if these additives could prevent icing from occurring inside of a fuel tank. So what we're going to do is open up each one of these containers one at a time to see if there's ice that's formed inside the containers. Unfortunately, it looks like K100 has ice that's formed inside the fuel. So this product will not prevent ice from forming inside your fuel tank. Wow, look at that. Whoa. Wow, check that out. Ice inside the container that has Startron. Okay, no ice. The ISO heat worked and did not allow any ice to form. It's been right at 24 hours. I'm going to go ahead and add each one of these additives into each of these containers. Now, ice is formed in the bottom of each of these containers, and what we're going to do is place these containers back in the freezer to see if any of these products can break up the ice while it's in freezing conditions. We'll place these back in the freezer and check in on them in 24 hours to see if the ice is melted. We're going to add the gasoline first, then we're going to add the additive, and finally the water. In the next test, we're going to see how these products deal with water contamination, and then we're going to see if an engine will run on the fuel that's been treated with each product. So I'll be adding 1 part of water to 16 parts gasoline and then 4 parts of each additive that we're testing. Then we'll mix up the contents in each container thoroughly and see how each product performs. So I added 4 ounces of K100, which is enough to treat 8 gallons of gasoline. That's a massive dose for only 16 ounces of gasoline and 1 ounce of water. Even with that massive dose, we still had phase separation. So I added enough Startron to treat 12 gallons of gasoline, and as you can see, it did absolutely nothing for us. So I'm going to let this sit for a while, and when we come back, we're going to try to run these inside of a gasoline engine. Now I added 4 ounces of K100 to 16 ounces of gasoline. Now that's 64 times the recommended dose. I added the extra amount just to make sure that we give K100 every chance to do a good job. So what I'm going to do is actually get this generator running, let it warm up a little bit, and while it's actually running, I'm just going to dump the entire contents into this fuel tank to see how the engine performs. So unfortunately that didn't work out too well. The K100 treated fuel was still not good enough to keep this engine going. So what I'm going to do is drain out this fuel tank and we'll see if we can get this engine going again with the next additive. Unfortunately, Startron did not do any better. It did not take long for this engine to stall once I added the water-contaminated fuel that had been treated by Startron. So up next, we're going to try ISO heat to see if it can do any better. Unfortunately, ISO heat didn't do the job either. So I could have gotten this engine to burn off this water by running it on nearly full choke or full choke, but that's not exactly what you want to see from a water treatment that's supposed to remove the water in the first place. Each of these products has been in the freezer an additional 24 hours, so we're going to take a look at each one of them to see how much ice is left in each container. There's a lot of ice left in the container that had the K100 in it. Okay, there's ice in the bottom of the container that has the Startron. And a container with isoheat also has ice in it. So none of the products were successful in melting the ice. So when it comes to truth in advertising, obviously words matter a lot. Regarding isoheat, it does not claim that it prevents phase separation, and obviously it didn't. Startron says it helps prevent phase separation, which is a little bit softer language than the wording used by K100, which says prevents phase separation. Unfortunately, neither one of those products did any good regarding preventing phase separation, and the generator would not run on the fuel that was treated with any of these three products without running the engine on full choke. So obviously these products are not very effective when it comes to treating water. All they basically do is allow phase separation, and then the alcohol blends with the additive as well as with the water. So the engine is then forced to run off of alcohol and water, not run off of a blend of gasoline, alcohol, the additive, and then water. Anyway, I wouldn't have done this video if you guys didn't request it. Thank you so much for all the video recommendations. Please keep those ideas coming, and I'll keep making videos. Please take care, and I look forward to next time.